the people of the fourth state, welcome to the law AC. Definitely we are saying that AC is street corridors. What's happening on the streets and what is happening in the corridors of justice. We bring it to you the way it is, and today we are going to have a discussion of what is happening. For example, today being the 13th of March 2023, we are having, you see, we've discussed before about the issue of banditry in those sides of Pokot, and the Ministry of Defense, that through the Cabinet Secretary, Professor Cs.Kindiki, trying to deploy police officers, and again at the same time try to deploy Kenya Defense Forces. On that condition, you find that they deploy the two arms of security, but the superior one operating under the inferior one. We want to know what is the side effect of KDF, Kenya Defense Forces, operating under Kenya Police Service, and what is the side effect of what is happening right now. For example, we've been told that today is the last day for the ultimatum that was given by the Ministry of Security in terms of people from Pokot side. They move from the areas that are affected to a non-banditry area. These are the main questions that we're asking as a country. Are we really serious in what we are doing, right? In terms of social law and normal practice, are we really human enough by giving these particular notices? Because if you're saying that today is the day that the notice is expiring, there are things that we need to look into to ensure that the safety of, remember, every Kenyan has the right to security. So all of us should be in a secure place. At the same time, we should do things in the right way. So on a quick one, we're going to run, it will not even take some of maybe 5 minutes. We're going to use 3 minutes if possible, because this is a very serious issue and it has a deadline, and the Kenyans need to know what is really right. Issue number one that we're having about the deployment of the KDF and the Kenya Police. Number one, what does the law say? Number two, what is the social impact of it? Number three, what is the impact? We are going to go through the Constitution very fast. Through Article 241 of the Kenyan Constitution 3, Sub-Article 3, it talks about the deployment of the Kenya Defense Forces to take charge and ensure that we have security within our borders, that is in the country, any part of the country. And if you go to 241, 2, B and C, B talks about the deployment. B talks about them being in a position to work with other arms of the government, ensure that we have the security taken care of within our borders. Then C say, with the approval of the National Assembly. So in this case, they were taken there without approval. It was an impulse act from the Ministry of Defense based on what was happening there. And to make it worse, remember, B saying that they work with other government agencies to ensure that we have the security, the security is restored. My main concern is, they were taken there, the police was deployed, then the Kenya Defense Forces were deployed. The issue was, is it possible for the highest trained Department of Law, or not even Department of the Security Maintenance Body like Kenya Defense Forces, is it possible for them to work under the Kenya Police? Has it ever happened? And what happened the last time it happened? And we are going to give a very simple example. There is something that happened in the Westgate during the Al-Shabaab attack, and the police officers were deployed first, then the special force from GSU was taken there, then the Kenya Defense Forces were taken there. As a result, we saw very many internal killings, whereby we lost some of our officers, some of them were injured because of miscommunication and the issue of superiority. So I think them being deployed in Western Pokot with the issue of banditry, they could have been given that opportunity to spearhead, because they are trained enough in terms of managing such issues. So I think, one, the right procedure was not followed in terms of getting the approval from Parliament. And number two, they were not respected enough to gain the opportunity to lead the operations. It's very impossible for the KDF to work under police. There is be a lot of killing that will not be fair in terms of maintaining justice. What are the side effects? What are the side effects? Not even what are the side effects. What is the social impact in Western Pokot? These are the social the impact. Number one, remember, the government have said that through the Ministry of Defense, they have given a notice for them to vacate the area latest today 6 p.m. What are the side effects? How did the government use this communication or communicate it to them? Because these are the people who are in an area where there is no network. Sometimes maybe there are no internet in that force. There is maybe no TV because people are living in fear. How will the government reach these people specifically to ensure that people have moved? Was it right for the government to evacuate Kenyans who are not bandits? Is it possible for bandits to use this opportunity to leave their guns and to join other Kenyans from Western Pokot and move to safer areas? I think these are some of the issues that we should have considered. And you see that from what is happening right now, we are about to see a very serious mass killing. We are about to see about humanity kind of actions taking place there, because one, some of them are not even aware of the notice that was given, that lapsed today, because maybe they don't have internet, they don't have TVs, they don't have radios to get this information. And maybe if you realize and look for the history of the banditry in the northern Kenya, you find that it's being said that some of the local leaders have been part of this. So it means even if you are to use local leaders to spread this information, you find that they will still pass this information to bandits. So I think the government trying to give notice for Kenyans in a northern part, Western Pokot, to move to the safer areas, that was very wrong, because we are about to see a very serious mass killing, and the government should always, and remember we said the other day, the government should have planned enough to ensure that who are the bandits, what do they do, what's the characteristics of a common Kenyan who's a bandit. There is a Kenyan there who is going to school, somebody from Pokot who is affected and who is living in fear, maybe the father or the son doing this particular thing. So what did the government, the criteria did the government use to ensure that this is done? What are the side effects? The side effect is that we are about to see a very serious killing from Western Pokot. And if the government does not take back their words, ensure that they do things in a proper way, but ensure that we have the right information at the right time, and reevaluate the means or the modes or the strategy of dealing with these boundary issues, it means will not achieve what we want to achieve. So we pray so much, and we seek the proper direction from the Minister of Defense to our able Professor Kindiki, the CS for the Cabinet Secretary for Internal Security, to ensure that things are done the right way. So because even if you go back again, just to mention, even in the section, I think some section, I think 131, 1 and 2 of the Kenya Defense Forces Act, they are allowed to be deployed in such areas. But again, we must have coordinations. If we don't have coordinations, we'll have a very small Westgate kind of an action in Western Pokot. And remember, Western Pokot, they deserve the rights to proper security and everything, and it should be done the same way.